welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ready for some football now from Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight, a good one in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Indianapolis.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. On third down, here's a run by Taylor. A gain there of 20. That's good for a Colts first down.
That's good for a Colts first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Jaguars 18-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Catch made, that's Pittman. And the Colts are going to have First and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A run with Taylor. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be marked short of that first down. How do you want to play it? They need almost 2 full yards. Decision time, 4th down.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The extra point is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On first down, Lawrence. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
At the 41-yard line.
They go play action for Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
Really nice throw there.
So now Shane Steichen unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Now a screen set up for Etienne. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So it is fourth down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good, and the Jaguars are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Indianapolis.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 1. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down.
That's good.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on 3rd down. But even if he didn't, I think that 3rd down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on 4th.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And the Colts are going to be set up first and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. It is brought in the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. He had the touchdown run earlier, now add a TD reception. The Trader now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. An even 40 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Lawrence now on second, under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jermaine Pratt in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make, and of course that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL, but also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Penny Moore. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
While the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's a designed run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Warren. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
14 yards.
Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
14.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Good blocking to the 15. And he will score again. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
The kicker
Schrader
on for the point
now
after.
on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Jaguars 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jags offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now here's Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got Strange. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Jacksonville.
Jaguars, first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
In motion is Hunter. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And it's complete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Oh, and now movement up front. Trying to get the defense to jump. One of the offensive linemen moved instead. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. One of the tight ends motions right. That's out quickly to Pittman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to them.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 11. They'll throw out of the gun to the left side and take it in by down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Pass is caught. It's Warren. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Colts, 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And you'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop.
Yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Taylor. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
In motion is Warren. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Alec Pierce, touchdown Indianapolis. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Lawrence now, looking middle, and he's got Myers. He's close to a 1st down, a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
48-yard line.
To throw is Lawrence. Taken in by Thomas.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's done it again.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
He's got Myers on the completion. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. Lawrence. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Yarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer. Halftime coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one over the middle to the tight end. He's got Warren. Sign up, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That one Lawrence, incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Josh Hines Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack. Halftime coming up. Let's go downstate, and Scott Hansen has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO.
Complete to number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Etienne. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put it into that play really before it ever got started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the handoff, it's Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Running for the loss of a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Pass caught by Hunter. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
2nd and inches. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
defensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and a yard at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down and a yard. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run it here with ETN. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Now a screen set up for ETN. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. This one caught at the 4.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because the quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
In motion is Myers. Lawrence to throw for it on fourth down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at the 17-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with one first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
Throwing now from the gun. Over the middle, he's got Warren. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, Indianapolis.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Middle, and he's got downs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
18 more yards.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
47-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 3. This looks like a design run.
A gain of 9 yards.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Trader now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows.
And he will score. Ryan Thomas, touchdown Jaguars. Now Lawrence gets his guys set for this two-point attempt.
The Jaguars will line up for the
Back to throw. Escaping to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and you're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end right. He'll get this quickly to Warren on the RPO. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And that is incomplete.
Now here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
That one hit inside the out to the 20-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
That's complete to Etienne. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out down the middle. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The tight end motioning left here. Now it's Taylor. 17 yards on that play. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Left side, that is caught by Warren. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Second down, Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
On first down, Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Givers 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Travis Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Makes the score, Colts 38, Jaguars 28.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A run with Caleb. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll go again here with Taylor. 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 28.
The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
26. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Lawrence, who else another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try left side with Etienne. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First and 10.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
In motion is Myers. Lawrence now to throw on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. They don't force third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. they've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Lawrence going to keep this himself, and he will take it in himself. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Jaguars.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Little on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Jaguars 35.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everyone.